Hello everyone, and welcome to the next edition of the Holland Land Office Museum's Artifact video series. My name is Ryan Duffy, and I'm the director of the museum. And this week we're going to talk about one particular soldier from Genesee County who fought in the Civil War, as we have been able to find some information about him, and we do have a portrait of him which is situated behind me here. So we're going to talk about Corporal Daniel Kinne, who fought in the 8th New York Heavy Artillery, and fought up until his death at the Battle of Cold Harbor in 1864. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Daniel Kinne and some of the battles that he fought in and how he met his end. So Daniel Kinne was born on July 9th, 1843 in Corfu, New York. And his parents were Royal and Samantha Kinne. Now he would enlist in July 1862, just after his 19th birthday here in Batavia, and would join Company G of the 129th New York Infantry and would muster out at Lockport. While Daniel was away at war, his mother would actually die on March 8th, 1863, and his father would remarry Miranda Duguid the following year, so he even had tragedy at home while he was away at war. Now, Daniel enlisted as a private, but would actually be promoted to corporal in 1864. And that would be the rank he would be at when he eventually died during the war. In fact, he was promoted to corporal on February 1st, 1864, right before the spring campaigns there. And he would go on to fight in several of the battles of Grant's Overland Campaign, his last being the Battle of Cold Harbor, which his unit was a major player in, the 8th New York Heavy Artillery. The opening of the battle, at least the attack of the Union side, began on the morning of June 3rd, 1864, and the 8th New York Heavy Artillery was one of the first units in the attack and took a huge amount of casualties, Daniel being eventually one of them. They attacked across open ground towards fortified positions and were very much decimated during the fighting from the Confederate defenders. They had 80 killed and well over 300 wounded, and Daniel was wounded during that assault. The unit even lost their commander, Colonel Peter Porter, whose body actually had to be recovered the following day under fire, which actually led to a Medal of Honor being awarded to the man who was able to bring him back, Sergeant Leroy Williams. Now, Daniel would be wounded severely during that assault, was able to be brought back to Union lines, as many were left lying out in the field for quite some time. However, he would pass away from his injuries nearly a week later on June 9th, 1864. Now, his body was brought back here to Genesee County and is actually buried in the Evergreen Cemetery in Corfu. Now, Daniel fought in the 8th New York for several years, and that unit gained several prominent distinctions and had a lot of men from Genesee County comprise the bulk of it, even though it was raised in Lockport. So Daniel is just one of those faces of the Civil War from Genesee County, and felt appropriate to highlight him because we do actually have a picture of him and some information about him. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of our Artifact video series and learned a little bit more about Corporal Daniel Kinne of Corfu, New York, and his service during the Civil War. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel, as it helps us out a little bit and gets you notified even quicker when we do have new videos. And be sure to go check out the rest of the playlist, as we are approaching 150 videos just in this playlist, and that doesn't include all the other guest speaker recordings and concert recordings and other things that we've got up on the channel. So feel free to check out all those, and if you do enjoy the material we have here, the best way to come and learn more is to stop by the museum for yourself, and we'll be happy to show you these artifacts up close and personal and share even more information than we do in these short videos. And if you really like the videos and want to support us so that we can continue to make them and do other excellent programming like that, the best way to do that is to become a member of the museum. And you can find all that information on our website and in some links below. So please consider becoming a member, as it's the easiest way to support us and allows us to do a lot of these wonderful things.